go very well together at all, boys and girls. But yes, we did want to bring it back here because already we've seen two fantastic games. That last game, honestly, went backwards and forwards throughout. AFK came out on top.
So, third game here, you're AFK, you're winning repeatedly. You're TSM now, right? Yeah. Do you take the first pick?
I think they're going to take first pick, but if they don't, I can't see Athena getting through again, like I said before.
Here's the thing about the first pick, though, that I just realized, is that if TSM take first pick and they don't ban Ratatoska, I'm pretty certain AFK, take it because we're going to go Fenrir because we know it works.
Right, exactly. And
so do they ban Ratatoska themselves, or do they pick it and risk the Fenrir? Or do they just take a page out of AFK's book and ban away Fenrir?
What do you think?
I mean, I think Rat has no fear. I understand the Fenrir, and Fen obviously does very well against him. But man, I've seen Rat do some stuff. Man, I've seen Rat do some stuff.
You sound like a European player with PTSD right now. It's like, I've seen this.
I've seen things. I've seen things I wasn't supposed to.
TSM has a lot of ground to make up here. They need 3 games straight. One of the rarest feats in all of competitive esports. There have been very few 3-game
Titan was so
comebacks.
close. Titan was so close at Worlds. But somebody banned Ares and Ymir.
Isn't it crazy how he just has EU bias and no one seems to care?
Maybe because I am EU and all you guys are North American.
I have NA.
You don't know
bias.
anything.
Oh, you're Canadian. Sorry, I didn't mean to say American.
Oh my God.
My bad,
God.
Jeff. I'm so sorry.
That's part of North America.
Oh, okay. But I said American, not North American.
You said North.
I just said American.
Hi, everybody.
I'm not.
Hey, look, a trophy.
Look at that trophy. Ain't it so pretty? You're not going to get that, Jeff.
Dude,
No.
Wow. Holy hell.
Not this one.
No, this one. Hey, it's not an important one, really. I mean, Worlds better?
Worlds. We'll take Worlds.
You had to choose between that one and Worlds. Would you choose it?
I'll take Worlds again.
Worlds again? I can understand that idea.
That Thor hammer was sick.
Oh,
and
it's
watching
beautiful.
Andy pull it off and raise it to the sky, one of the coolest moments.
I'm hoping for a Chak axe this time.
Why?
Just because it looks cool.
Imagine
Imagine a giant Chak axe.
What? And then it
Because Comfrey's going to win.
it drizzles on
Actually,
you.
Comfrey doesn't play Chak anymore. That's a
No one
shame.
plays Chalk anymore.
Rip Chak.
Rip Chalk.
Rip Chak, indeed.
He's really not that bad in this meta. It's just like late game, you need someone that brings a lot of damage to the table. Bologna's very powerful. We just saw Uller. Before that, we saw Kali with that ninja tabby start. That is super, super aggressive.
Well, in the overall series as well between TSM and AFK, those 2 games have now brought it to 9 games for AFK, 10 games for TSM. If AFK win this one, not only will they go to the finals, they've tied their record over the course of these 2 teams beaten.
Which is kind of nuts that they've played that many games together.
But when you think about how far TSM have come, formerly known as Cognitive Red, I think that factors all the way back to before the days they became TSM. Those are the games that they've played against each other, and the growth of AFK over the years has just been huge.
Well, to be fair, the roster was also very different. Kiki was in solo, going up against Divios. They had Jerby instead of Kiki in the mid lane, which didn't work out nearly as well. And now they have Cyclone Spin, who is largely considered the best player in the world, not only winning the MVP for North America, but has been basically untouched since they got here.
He's good, but then in the 1v1 tournament, just going to bring it back to EU, we won the 1v1 tournament, Cyclone was in that. He ain't that good.
Oh, look,
That's
Cyclone
really
Spin.
what matters, right?
That's really what matters at EU. Picks and bans, let's go!
All right, so option here, Team Soul Mid's going to take second pick again. Really putting a lot on the line here for a strategy that so far hasn't worked out.
I don't see a reason AFK don't rinse repeat what they did last time. Same
back.
2 bands, first pick Athena, let's go, we'll run her in the jungle, we'll run her in support. What have you got, TSM?
So the first ban here is really important because obviously TSM is going to switch something up. Like Jeff said, there's no way Athena's getting through again.
But then if they don't ban Athena first ban,
Alquang or Ratatosk.
then Alquang or Ratatosk is going to get through.
Or if they're real smart, they ban away Athena, leave open both. Get one.
Wait, okay, here's a question for you, Jeff. If you were Cloud9, your team, who would you favor? The Rat or Alquang?
Well, I don't get to play either of them.
I know that.
Do they even let you be a part of that?
Do you
Picks
get
and
picks and bans
bans?
off interest?
Yeah, I help with it.
Really?
Sometimes.
Wow, that's incredible.
Why?
You should ask for more money during Worlds then.
Oh, my,
That's
that's not true. Got the same.
But if you had to choose Alquang or Rat, is there a potential of which one should be better off?
I
or?
like Rat a little. I like Rat a little bit more. He's just more annoying. I think Quang might do more in the games though. I just hate. You can't CC it.
Yeah, that's true. You know, and for Cloud9, I could see that. But for AFK, for me, I think Ao Kwang's the better pick.
Yeah.
I'll give that over
I
to
agree.
Cyclone Spin and watch him get another pentakill. Why not? Yes, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but Divios also has an extremely capable Ratatosker. That Emerald build that
We
he does
saw
with
it.
the Frostbound Hammer is extremely dangerous.
We saw him when he actually managed to get hold of that god. He did fantastic work on it as well. I wouldn't mind seeing an Ao Kwang versus Ratatosker matchup in the solo lane between the two. That could blow this tournament right up.
Now, I don't see any mouths moving here, which means there's probably some type of technical difficulty. The game should be starting pretty soon, everyone out there. You don't want to go anywhere, though.
Well, look at the
This
face of the
is
TSM right now. I mean, we
insane
can see them
game.
on the screen there. Snoopy up close. Next to him, Ionic there in for Boosh. Quite calm and relaxed for the most part, as is Degars. Can't see Devios' face there at the end. But Snoopy, the one who basically, I think he's more of the person that leads the callers in terms of picks and bans. Is that correct? Pretty sure it is.
More than likely, I actually don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So-
Damn it, you're supposed to know these things. You're part of the scene.
So,
Well-
Jeff, let's pretend that you're in this situation. Cloud9, you know, something's not working
Oh.
here. You don't have the ban phase started just yet, right? Would your team be talking? Would your
Yeah.
team be talking? Because, like, we
Absolutely.
don't see
Well,
a
Boosh,
single word.
No, what we can see is Boosh is praying here. Dear Lord, Lord above, please don't let them gank me like they did the last few times. I had a great game and we still didn't win. Degars there, I think he's had a fantastic game, as has Devios. I think those two for me have been the standouts this set. Snoopy overall, I think, has been the best player in TSM last set that we saw them in. But Devios and Degars are the two that are standing out for me right now.
No, I also want to give a shout out to Snoopy. Has been doing a lot to get himself to be a little bit more healthy.
Yeah.
Said he's on a diet. He's been working out, trying to really get his body to match his mind for his playstyle. And honestly, you can really see.
In esports, though, that is such a big thing that people need
Yes.
to start realizing
Yes.
that being healthy, eating a healthy lifestyle is very, very important.
You got to train the body to train the mind.
You need to start training more often then, because your mind's a mess.
I was going to do a McDonald's joke to Jeff Hinley about Barracuda.
That's just too soon.
You know what's crazy
Too
is
soon.
Barra is such a health nut
Yeah.
normally, and he's just like, I'm going to eat McDonald's twice today.
It was a one-off. It was a special. It was a celebratory land vomit.
Celebratory, huh?
Celebratory. Here we go. The bans are now coming through. Once again, AFK with the get ban. I expect to see the Fenrir follow up.
Ao Kwang going to be taken away here, AFK. Now, in this situation, I'm going to expect that they're going to ban Fenrir.
Yep.
What a shock to him. Great call.
Thanks,
Analysis
man.
of a god.
Thank you.
Will we see the Ratatosker? Snoopy's head in hands there. I think he's like, do we go Athena or Rat? Do we really give them Rat? We can't give them Rat. Can we really give them Rat? But Athena's
Don't
so
do
good.
it.
What do we do?
Nothing. I mean, you hold that. You take first pick, right? I mean, you go back in time. You run this one back allied. Not saying a word here, being just super quiet, trying to keep a stone face. Ratatas. All right, Athena third game. in a row.
Athena first pick. Will it be done by AFK Gaming? I don't see a reason not to do this. Potentially, though, the first two picks, will we see Bologna Medusa this time?
It's possible. I mean, taking that away could be really helpful. Snoopy forced into Apollo repeatedly. The Apollo really doesn't seem to be working out.
It doesn't, but he is having good games with
That's
them,
true.
right?
I agree.
That's true. He's not getting the mileage out of the ult, not nearly to the same effect that Allied's getting out of the Paralyze.
I mean, he is going up where Degars was going up with a Thor ult, dunking down, getting some decent damage off and finding some damage, but maybe it was just a little bit too early. We mentioned that a couple of times with it. Maybe taking away Medusa, trying to make Allied uncomfortable instead this time around, maybe might be the thing, especially now that they've got this Athena.
I like the upwash pick here. Kiki plays it. Kiki loves it. It's good. Okay, wow, we're rinsing and repeating this one.
so far.
I do like this because
They played well.
Remember, they did play well, and they had a very big lead, right?
They did.
With the comp last game, and if they're looking to try it back,
Honestly, this isn't about picks and bans anymore. This is about tilt. This is about if TSM can shake off the first two games, reset everything, and just play their game.
In fairness, I don't often like to say a team threw a game, apart from like Cloud9 at the LAN
I don't think
situation
that
a long
was a
time
throw.
ago. They all channeled themselves down into one small passageway, got hit by a taunt, and that ended the game. Up to that point, they were ahead on gold by 10k, they were ahead on experience by 10k, and that just twisted the game around completely.
This is beautiful. Ionic last game, those walls were incredible,
Really
and
good
one of the
call.
biggest reasons that they were ahead, talking about Team Solo Mid, was because of Ionic's amazing freezes and Ionic's amazing walls. Taking that god away is beautiful, but Snoopy's going to get Rama here.
Hang on. He gets Rama here, but now they can take away a Guardian again, and there's not going to be much peel for Alpwash to stay
true.
alive here.
Oh,
They've
no.
only got Devios as a front line. What other Guardian, like Jeff, you players, what other Guardian would you look for if Sylvanas does get taken away?
well, if Sylvanas gets banned, bring out the Bacchus.
Bring out the boy
Bring out the
Bacchus.
Bacchus.
I mean, there's only really Bacchus. Kumbhakana, I guess, is another one, but we don't see much Kumbhakana play. Or do we see a warrior mentality, maybe a Hercules or to just hold a front line?
I think Ionic's very comfortable on Sobek. He loves
call.
Sobek.
Really good call on the Sobek as well.
Healing reduction could help a lot depending on who they go against. You know, it gives them a lot of flex pick. I like that call.
Oh, AFK going to ban out Odin, so they don't want to have to deal with that one. Makes sense because it is one of those frontline warriors that I was just mentioning. Potentially they could do, but it's left Sylvanas up.
Do we see a lot of Odin out of Ionic?
No, not really.
So I guess that was more of a shot towards the jungle, but Rama for me is the key here of all 6, aside from maybe the Athena, right? Because Snoopy does so well, but yeah, there's the Sobek.
You just called that, Jeff, as well. Sobek being picked up. No Sylvanas actually being taken here. Is that Sobek? Actually, it's got to be Sobek support, right? We're not going to see Sobek in the solo lane these days, especially with the hog changes. No one takes hog, so you're not going to have the wave clear that Sobek really needs in the early game.
So I like the fact that they went Ymir Athena, because not only is there a little bit of flex on both sides, but remember, Sylvanas is not a great pick into Opwash. I mean, he gets stuck in the crypts. He can't heal people without risking stuns. He's very situational. This, however, is gorgeous.
Imagine if AFK Gaming here took Sylvanas as well.
So Ymir solo, Athena jungle, and Sylvanas support.
Yeah.
Or Athena can go mid.
Or Athena can go mid. And that would really throw them for a loop there. I mean, just one decent damage dealer as well. Cyclone's been playing. Well, there's the new war from Kiki. They took away his ISIS, which I really like the call of. Kiki, I think, went under the waves for the most part in that game. But that final lock-in of a Wheelix.
A little bit strange to me, considering there's not a single knock-up on that team. A Wheelix will be functioning for Gravity Surge strictly on her own Moonlight Charge.
I think, though, the thing about a Wheelix here is that she's very good against Alpwash because she can close the gap with Suku, jump in, Feather Step, deal a lot of damage, avoid a lot of the burst from Alpwash.
That's true. She can destroy Alpwash. And I think that's the goal.
So, with this game right now, Jeff, last pick for TSM, you're probably looking at Devios here for what he's going to take. Maybe it's Bellona.
I think it's Bellona.
What are we looking for as the last pick here to round out the comp?
I think it's going to be a jungler. Never mind. Bellona jungle.
Bellona jungle is going to be Sun Wukong in that solo lane for TSM, more than likely here. Sobek, I mean, it could be support Sun Wukong. We're pushing up, our luck with that. But
Sobek just doesn't go back to solo anymore.
I don't think so.
It just doesn't work.
I agree.
But Sun Wukong actually has the best application of salvation. We've seen it happen one time this tournament already. Frostbound Hammer, Runeforged Hammer, Bulwark plus Salvation equals close to 600 health per player that is affected by it. And remember, Meditation is interesting because it only gives you 30% of your missing health back. Salvation is 15% of your total health, meaning it's a lot more effective at earlier stages in the team fight, which means they could bait out things like Medusa ult or even Nua ult, completely negating the effects.
It's going to be an interesting composition between these two now because I like the fact that Alpwash was picked for TSM. I was worried about them because the Guardians were taken away from Ionic here quite substantially, but they managed to rally around and find this composition of almost 3 frontliners, Sobek, Bellona, Sun Wukong, all going to be up in their face for the majority of the game.
I would really like to see the Ymir go to Cyclone Spin here. Or the Athena, give him...
I think it's a Wheelix solo, isn't it?
Right, it's most likely a Wheelish solo, but giving the Wheelish to weaken will force Sun Wukong not into Mystical Mail, reducing his endgame damage.
Really good call, actually, putting Ymir on that. I mean, Athena could work too, but I think Ymir in the lane, we've seen Anatoly do it for Eager well. I think Anatoly's probably one of the only solo lanes for Ymir's that we've seen for quite a while.
Just rip.
We can dream, though, right?
Yeah, we can dream. Cyclone Spin, though, starting off with Death's Toll and the Potion of Physical Might. That's going to be a total of 35 damage out of the gate, with Feather Step at level 3 being one of the highest single-target damage spells in the game. Oh, and it's an AoE.
Do you reckon he's going to go for the fast kill into Devios and just see if he can burst him down quickly with that potion?
Cyclone's going to be very surprised here, as I am very surprised. That is not a steel mail coming out from Devios. Devios has opted into Death's Toll, into Boots 1, and a ton of potions. This is very unlike Devios. Usually we see that Mystical Mail rush.
Will he be going for aggression? I mean, if he's not going for Mystical Mail, he's going for Death's Toll, he's going for damage. Are they going to look for an invade? That's what I'm expecting.
It's possible. I think more likely we're going to see him level that Cudgel and try to poke a Wheelish down. The issue is, a Wheelish actually has one of the best rotations back to lane from the base, given the fact that Suku doesn't incur a cooldown if you cancel the ability, on top of the fact that it gives you a ton of movement speed.
Wait. We just saw Wheelix go back to base. Cyclone Spin went back to base. I'm not sure if he popped the potion and then he's gone to lane and picked up mana potions as well. He had 4 health potions. I believe he's now got 4 health potions, 1 mana potion. So he's popped it a little bit earlier. He's not going to get full effective use out of it, but he's going to have that 1 mana potion in case he gets invaded.
So we're going to start this up here. Nothing strange coming out. Normal AFK start, normal TSM start. TSM, though, has adopted the paradigm start on the right side, which is going to be splitting both the bat camp and the speed buff camp at the same time, utilizing that 80-foot experience range, allowing two camps to go to Boosh and 3 camps total to go to both Gars and Divios. The issue is that Boosh's damage was a little low. He's going to be about 3 seconds behind.
And that's the crazy thing right now, Jeff, isn't it? Is that all the teams are in this limbo of like, what is the best start? I mean, have you guys have experimented? What are you guys finding success with so far?
Yeah, we have done similar stuff to AFK start, and right now I think that's probably one of the
More than the Paradigm start?
More than the Paradigm one?
I think they're about even.
Until this land.
Yeah,
You think it looks really even right now. I think it's based off the composition as well. If you're worried about getting invaded on, I guess the Paradigm start seems safer because you're further enough away to at least get experience for one of the camps and reset one of the buffs, I suggest. But then the AFK start, it seems a lot better on the rotation. But hold that a second. Boosh took a lot of poke them.
Yeah, well, so did Kiki. Gar sticking right to it. Bologna
Those
doing
minions.
a lot of damage, and minions, sending Kiki down real low.
Those archers really put a beating down as we can forced away the Gars for the most part. The Boosh for the most part. But Kiki should be able to sustain health potion, ticking away, one still in the inventory.
Whoa, Cyclone jumps in, immediately gets stunned by Divios, who spaces it perfectly. Doesn't take a single hit from the tower. About 50% of Cyclone's health completely tossed away.
And that start with that power pot is really helping him in the wave clear as well. One of the things that we're going to see suffer on a Wheelix early game is just a wave clear is not that strong.
Speaking of wave clear right here, Divios, Ionic, not able to control completely. Weaken. Snoopy's in a lot of trouble. Where's the roll going? Into the jungle. Very smart.
What a great roll from Snoopy. He saw Weaken wasn't going to go for the instant freeze. He waited patiently. I mean, that was such a good play, Jeff.
That was fantastic by Snoopy. So it was good by Weaken because Weaken waited for the freeze. He's like, okay, if
You're gonna roll.
you can't go this way. And Snoopy's like, all right, well, I'll go the other way.
He found the escape exit and a great rotation from TSM.
But look at this. It's not done. Weaken's going to make another attempt at it. Ionic taunted away. Stunned, frozen. He's able to get out. Allied needs 3 hits here, but no, Incon's going to find it. First blood.
Snoopy tried to roll in the way there to body block, but not going to find it. But Devios under the tower. He's like, what's up, Cyclone? I'm back.
Yeah, MVP this, homeboy. Right underneath the tower. You don't mess with Sun Wukong. The king is back.
Hey, Cyclone, you might be first in kills, first in deaths, first in assists, but this time right now, you're the first in the base.
Second, actually, because
first on his team.
Second blood.
First on his team.
All right.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, DM. Thanks so much.
So Jeff, it's got to be super frustrating to fight Snoopy all the time.
When he escapes like that, absolutely.
But I guess when you play against such high opposition, that your play yourself improves as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I see a lot of people that always complain about, oh man, we got against really high level players this game. That was really unfortunate. But I guess if you can play against them regularly, your own skill level ends up improving.
Of course, that's what you want. You want to play against the very best as often as you can.
You know, that was one of the reasons that we saw Cloud9 have such a, I think, meteoric rise to the top. They started to fall behind, as you remember. You know, obviously you're on the team. And back when you were on COG, David Fry picks you up a sister team and says, scrim them. Your contract says scrim them all day. And eventually turns into 2 of the best teams in the world.
Ulted by Incom with Weaken's rotation. A great wall puts Devios in trouble. And there is the channeled. I go boom. Weaken finds himself the kill.
Divios getting walled off in Animals there was a big deal considering his ultimate was on cooldown. No way to escape. Beautiful wall. Going to trade that kill right back. That one's going to be going to the jungler.
Funny thing is, how often do you see that Cyclone gets ganks from?
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Do you reckon that was a Cyclone call of like, guys, I need help? Did Cyclone ask for help there, potentially?
It was probably just the rotation. Cyclone had control of the situation.
Rotation right now. Incons finds himself in 2. Going to find a great Tony Yannick who's going to fall down immediately to Weaken, but Eagles rally initiation.
This is a really good ult here. Beautiful wall from Weaken's probably going to be too little too late. Yeah, from the sky, Snoopy with the aimbot finds a quick 2 kills there, and that comes 100% down to Boosh having one of the best ults I've seen today.
So something I do want to talk about is Rom, and specifically Snoopy's Rom. He never misses shots.
Wait a second.
The body block from Weaken was good there. Has he got the taunt available? Nope, they're going to back away the reach. Talk about his rolls.
His rolls are fantastic.
As we just saw.
Yep. He doesn't miss shots, and playing against Rom is... You can't leave the team fight. Once you're there, you're committed.
Well, Cyclone takes a little bit of poke. He's on Suku, though, so he should be okay to jump away.
Remember, Suku takes a major strafing penalty. You can actually see him moving side to side when his normal route, but it will cause him to take extra damage as he is completely unable to dodge shots.
Yeah, good situation right now for AFK and TSM. Both of them pretty much even in gold. A small lead for AFK Gaming. They did find that first blood just before Devios found the return kill. Devios feeling himself again in the jungle. Gets pulled in, though.
Animal's going to be good. But the cripple technically actually winds up ripping him out of there. Weaken no freeze, though.
Ult for ult. just going to be able to disengage from that one, Devios, for the time. Go back to farming. Nothing was going to come from it. But Weekend going to follow him through the jungle here. Devios should know because the decoy was following.
Yeah, that was a little bit cheeky right there. Weekend probably should have just went somewhere else. He chases Divios all the way back. Divios...
Kiki's so cheeky's in mid lane.
Payback! Payback! Heading back to the base here. Teleport, obviously, going to be picked up. He'll jump back to the base to not miss any... Or rather, tower, to not miss any experience. You see Cyclone pushing it up.
It's so strange seeing Kiki, one of the only players to play New War in the mid lane. Like, he plays it a lot, very controlled on it. He's very safe, but deals good damage throughout the whole tournament.
So, Jeff, we're kind of in a lull here. Yeah, mid camps are down. Most of the jungle is down as well, with, I think, small exception of the red buffs here. So, you're Ionic. Where are you looking to farm up? I mean, you need to get kind of back on track here. You're a level behind. The gold's starting to fall away. Tell us about it.
Realistically, what you're doing, if you're a little behind this support, you're looking just to split as much as you can, right? Maybe you can get a solo of the back camps in, and then you kind of just have to play it out.
Well, I really like that idea. Split as much as possible, especially considering he went into the Talaria boots as opposed to, again, we see tank boots coming out from Incon.
We saw a 3-man split there from AFK, add that red buff, more for protection than anything else. Left-hand Harpies have spawned. Team Solomid in position. I don't think AFK realized they were up. They do now, but they're already gone.
Weekend didn't have the timer. He committed to the mid lane. That's going to be a free pickup. Ionic, oh, look at that. Right out of the shield bash, but Incon doesn't pull him back far enough. Confound too low level to bring him back into the shield wall.
Degar's doing good work so far on this Baloney. He's been around the map so far. 0-0-2 involved with over half the kills of the game.
What is this guy doing?
His boots finished.
What is this guy doing? Look at this guy.
Devios?
He's just chilling behind the tier 1.
This is
and
Devios.
He's out of there.
Ult forced by New War just to get a rotation of where the enemy team was there. I think that was good, that New War ult there. He just gave away full position of the enemy team.
Look at this, backing directly in the mid lane. Kiki will just barely escape what would have been certain death there. Again, a very cheeky play.
Allied getting Medusa for the 3rd game in a row. Had 2 great games so far. Some big Petrify combos in that one. We don't speak much about Allied, even though, I mean, we mentioned him in game 1, the Petrifies are on point, but he's playing very, very well.
Cyclone Spin will get a blue buff this time, having a lot more uptime on that blue buff than the last game, yeah, Hindu?
Yeah, a little bit more on that one. But at the same time, he wasn't playing a Hunter that could get invaded so easily at the beginning of this game. Totally mid lane does connect onto Gars. Gars in a bit of trouble here. He will get bursts as he got Eagle's Rally. He does. Wow. Very, very well noticed to realize that there was no follow-up available to them.
Super patient, super understanding that he was able to get out of that. Doesn't burn the ultimate, although it wouldn't have been the worst ult to burn considering the cooldown's like, what Jeff, like 9 seconds?
Yes, maybe 8.
Maybe 8.
When that happens, Jeff, though, like, you know, when you see those situations where like, wow, he realized there was no more burst coming up. Is that a call from the teammates saying, it's okay, they're not going on you? Or is that you just knowing the knowledge of the game?
A lot of times it is a combination. There are times where Andy's saying, I'm fine, and he's like, I can get out of this, don't worry about it. Or I'm calling, like, they have no cooldowns, so it's probably a combination.
Okay, cool. Because that's one of the things I've always been interested in, is like, do they just innately know the game that well? They're like, all right, Shiny Metal's down, Fog's down, Athena Taunt's down, there's no more damage, I can just walk away and not have to use my ultimate. It's very, it feels very risky to do that sometimes.
I mean, the only thing that wasn't really used there was, of course, the Nua ult, and no amount of Eagles rallies is going to save you from that one.
No, well, you're just going to have to just bravely walk away. I mean, hope for the best, you know, in those situations.
So we're 3-3 here. Let's take a look at the graphs. We haven't seen too much from this. AFK with a small lead in gold, small lead in experience, with Divio still having the better over Cyclone Spin.
It's nothing special at right stage at the 8-minute mark. I mean, TSM, this was where he started to go into TSM's favor. Last game, though, is where the team fight started to happen. TSM took a lead, and it worked out well for him.
Right there is what we saw, why we get these boots coming out so early from Divios as opposed to the Mystical Male. Wheelish is going to try to stay back as far as possible, and he's going to just hit her with sticks.
Well, Incon in the jungle there, just position himself to soak the experience in the lane, but also offer that threat just in case the opportunity for Snoop is here. But talk about threat on the right-hand side. Weekend coming around the back for Divios.
Yeah, Divios getting onto the tower. He's frozen.
He's down.
He needs 2 more. Oh, jeez!
The burst was huge, and Ionic could only just stand in the jungle and go, well, bye, friend.
The frostbitten feather step, man. It's not a joke.
It's brutal. I mean, this is the stage of the game as well where your mid-jungle really is impacting Jeff. I mean, he's got a lot of burst damage with those glacial strikes.
Yeah. Right there, I'm sorry, excuse me 1 second, Jeff. Right there, we saw Gars be so patient in the mid lane, not using the Eagles rally. Ionic, complete opposite there. He was walled off, he tail whipped nothing. No one was even remotely close to him.
What is going on here? We see AFK fighting when 2 members are over on the right-hand side. We can find to kill an Ionic actually over this side as Incon still looking for Degars in the mid lane, finds the taunt Incon, he's not got much damage, but the boys of AFK
oh, no.
come on top. Wall of Doom.
Oh, no. He used the bird form instead of tiger form. Weekend still falls, though. Great play by Divios. He's trying to make the play here. Incon able to keep it safe, and Cyclone's going to be fighting underneath the tower. Takes the decoy down.
I think they overstayed their welcome just a little bit too long there, Jeff, over in that solo lane.
Just a little bit. They got it, but yeah.
Well, they don't find it there. Taunt from Incon finds out.
Damage.
Divios still going aggressive under the tower once more. Divios is doing such great work these 3 games that I've seen so far.
Beautiful rotation by Boosh as well to make sure that there's no counter initiate. They're going to guarantee the tower.
I think on that back, Devios bought Smithies outright on that back.
The whole Room Forge.
The whole Room Forge came out straight away as well. So aggression in mid lane from Cyclone there, getting some good poke on Snoopy. Snoopy realizing though there's no more damage that you can really see come out from Cyclone, so stays, continues to bang away. Devours Gauntlets is giving some lifesteal, has to roll now though. Cyclone giving checks.
He's got to go up. He's got to go up. Will he do it?
Oh, he'll go up that way.
Feather step.
I don't think he went to go up that way, and now Ionic has to turn up against 3 and bravely run away. Only level 8 here. Ionic 0 and 3. He's having a rough time of it. Full heavenly agility, and left hand side allied. Bit of pressure there coming out from Degas.
That was a very strange, maybe lack of judgment from Snoopy to not use the Rama ult there.
I mean, the Rama was available for him. I just don't think he was in the right... He thought he could possibly get away without the knock-up being available to him. Knock-up hit from Cyclone just cost it.
That's the exact opposite than Gars then. You know, Gars was safe. He knew it. Snoopy thought he knew it.
Thought he knew it and he was wrong. God Fury though, going to be started by AFK Gaming. Left hand side you can see Degas over here. His boy on his backside. Ionic is there as we can wall it off too, and he's zoning them into a bad spot, forcing them away one more time. God Fury resets and Degas is in, as is Devios.
Boosh got the crypts off, going to keep Allied and Cyclone out of the fight. Incon going to fall. And I'm sorry, did the Gold Fury? No, Gold Fury reset. No. Okay.
And Petrified from Allied was huge there. Kiki still alive.
Weekend!
Can he find the last hit? Had no disarmed. He is right now by Degas to save him. Snoopy's in the sky looking for the snipes. Allied goes down to the jingle bang after the final snipe from Snoopy connects. And Devios is getting himself a double. And that's going to be a Gold Fury for TSM.
4 for 0. Weekend going to be spotted here. Can't blink in. Not up for 5 seconds. Wall freeze. Carpet. Got Ionic. He's going to fall here. Snoopy pretty low. Gold Fury still available. Incon alive, but there's no way he's going to make it there in time.
He won't make it there in time. Devios can tank this up for a while with that Room Forge time. But what a crazy fight, Jeff. I mean, talk us through it.
That was beautiful. You saw the use of, you saw people slow playing. You saw Weekend start off with a beautiful wall ult combo that pushed the team out. And it just went from there.
But the reinitiation from TSM was so good. The Crips came out from Boosh in a great position, but just a good the Petrified from Ally was monstrous.
Very good.
So we're 13 minutes in here. Finally, Team Solo Mid finds their footing. We've seen them in this position before. They gotta keep it alive. 3,000 gold to their name with a 2-kill advantage. This is going to give them an opportunity to really start putting on the pressure.
Top 2 teams of North... Well, I'm not now top 2 teams, I guess. Third, you guys were second. But third versus first here between North America. And honestly, the scene is looking fantastic for you guys. Going into the next split coming up as well. It's anyone's game.
Let's be real here. We can put them in seeds however we'd like. But the skill gap between first, second, and third is so small that it almost might as well be irrelevant.
It might as well be irrelevant. And the gold lead and experience lead.
Except for
well,
Cloud9.
That's almost irrelevant
Jeff.
right now. Wow, leave him alone.
That's a lie.
He gave me a nod, and I wasn't feeling it.
It's just like, hey, Jeff, you went over the toilet. Do you want to come cast with us? Let's just BM him the whole time.
Cyclone hugging the wall is a huge misplay right there. He was guaranteed to get stunned, but luckily Weekend... Oh, my God, Divios, are you sick?
Divios realized the Frost Breath was down, so there's not much follow-up they could really do. He's still got his decoy in there as well. Finally, Incon's going to come on over, but there's not much Cyclone can do below half health.
I just can't believe that he got in and out of that completely. But again, Cyclone very, very lucky that Weekend was close enough to... I kind of get that lapse of judgment one more time. Again, when you're fighting Sun Wukong, you cannot hug a wall.
Incon going back to mid lane here. He's going to have the support of Kiki here. Not going to look for the taunt for the time being because Degas hanging around that side.
All right, so Jeff, you see this pressure in the mid lane. Do you think they're going to siege this down? Should they siege this down? Are they looking to farm?
I really do think they're looking for picks here. Maybe with Devios here, they're looking to siege.
Yeah, we see Bologna rotating over as well. Eagles Rally should be available. Over the wall is possibility. Incon blinks in. Taunt going to only hit a few, but he does get the beads from Boosh.
Cyclone did just back. I don't know if they realized that, but Ionic should be trying to look for a pick here. Although he is only level 11, he's actually done a good job of catching up on Incon.
Is he hitting that tower?
Yes, no, he's not hitting the tower. He's hitting the people through it. He can't hit the tower from there.
It looked like the tower was proccing the auto attack.
Only just, not quite. Only just.
Damn, that'd be awesome.
Quite.
That'd be awesome.
No, it wouldn't be awesome.
It'd
It'd
be
be silly.
fantastic.
Don't be silly.
I'd love it.
Wasn't there someone who could do that, though?
Maybe it was wrong.
Original Rama could, I believe, is what the case was. I know Xbalanque, if you pop his ultimate at Magshrank, you can hit the tower from outside range.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's 95 units as opposed to 55, the normal range.
Well, Tom from it, incom. Bit of pressure on Snoopy. Snoopy not going to panic, though. Walks through the defender of Olympus, so it's not going to, sorry, the shield wall, rather. But Incom going to get flipped into trouble here. Can he get himself out?
Heavenly Agility, allied, baited directly into the ultimate. Paralyze going to be huge. Kiki takes to the sky to deal some damage. Weaken trying to juke.
God, he got hit by all three of
God.
Snoopy snipes again. And now the guards on the front line can't find the damage of the bludgeon. The crypts are emptied, but the crypts do not connect.
The crypts were perfect there because it stopped Incon's Defender of Olympus damage from going off. There was no way to drag him into that fight. It would have been instant death. Beautiful play and presence of mind by Boosh, but I want to defer to Jeff here. Jeff, is Snoopy just actually a cheater?
I'm
Say
gonna
yes.
go with no. But he's always been like that.
Well, one person who
a very, very good.
a lot of people say is a cheater is Cyclone Spin because there's no one who can play that well, but he's going to get himself picked off here. The D-Storm made such an impact, he can't find the last hit onto Devios. Once again, the Canadian
Look at him.
man-child survives.
Divvy the mountain man-child. Grand. It's just fantastic. But the giggles were coming out again. He's like, look at my health. I baited you again. All the baby rages in the chat right now, probably going nuts.
Just want to shout out to Degars for that, because if Degars did not use that Scourge at that time, Cyclone would have got himself another kill.
And you know what's crazy is the Scourge actually stopped the third hit from going off, resets the auto attack chain completely, forcing the single target feather step to go off instead of the max target feather step to go off, meaning the damage was reduced. He missed the wrong he hit the wrong target completely, and as a result, Cyclone Spin, rather frustrated, I imagine, did not find the kill.
Well, I mean, 2-0 are AFK up in this so far. This game, once again, they're down on gold, down on a little bit of experience to TSM. But as we saw last game, I mean, this could swing quite quickly, Jeff. This isn't much of a gold lead right now.
I really think what AFK is looking for now is for Nuwa to get a little bit further along in her build, because she's not the best early game character. You're really looking for her for that mid to late game.
It's a really good point as well. I mean, Kiki so far, we've not really seen much of him. We've seen a couple of ultimates go out, but generally for spotting or, you know, to get away from damage, we generally see on Nuwa. And he's going for Spear of the Magus here as well, DM. I mean, this is very supportive of the fact that he's got, you know, this Ymir jungle and an Athena on the team too.
Honestly, I think the spear is a little strange. I usually don't tend to go into the math of Kiki's builds because my man just literally builds whatever he wants and it doesn't seem to matter. But with this, I mean, Nuwa doesn't really get a lot of use out of that spear. Yes, she's going to get her ultimate off and apply a small reduction to everyone, but if you look at the rest of the team here, they have two Guardians going to follow up on that damage. Obsidian Shard would have generally given her a bit more damage overall.
Incong fires a good taunt there onto Snoopy, but Snoopy going to take a bit of poke from Ally. Good lacerate away, though, from that charge prey from Ionic.
Yeah, it was really important that he get away right there. A small trade in health, but remember, Athena can back for free, using her ultimate to jump back into the fight instantaneously.
Well, Gulfier's been pulled, but I don't think they're actually going for this just yet. That's just to sustain Snoopy back up. Actually, that's a lie. They're going to go in. Maybe we can hear the comms here from TSM as they're looking to try and start this Gulfier up. They feel that they can.
Which beats are up for you guys?
Mine's up now. Push is down.
Down. You're gonna go for me.
We can keep poking.
That's all their combos. Yeah, that's like their combos. We should
Can we
use
finish it right now? Yeah.
We can.
That's your wall.
Wheelix coming behind.
I'm just gonna keep these guys out. Just.
Mirror's off to the right.
If it's pulling down, I think that's when we should pull gold.
Yeah.
Like once he whips away from the pump again, and then
We won't be able to kill it in the time that it's on takes. I think it's just taking damage, kind of.
Yeah, I know, but then they'll have
Let's
to
keep
like be
poking them.
forced to like come
Yeah,
at us
keep
when they
poking.
don't have anything.
I'm looking for Athena right now. Can I
Just
look at Athena?
look for blocks. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
pushing. They're
Oh,
pushing.
it
mid
works
right now.
pushing mid. I'm gonna have to defend it.
He's running
Brace
right.
up
He's
now.
running right. He's running right.
He did right herpes. That's why he's trying to. He's trying to catch. They're trying to
They-
get.
they-
Athena.
they-
Yeah, yeah. Can we kill Athena? Can we kill Athena?
I'm coming. I'm gonna ult on her in a second.
I'm creeping cursing.
Sir, Heavenly.
Heavenly.
Ymir's coming behind you
Nice.
guys. Ymir's right behind from Blink. There's.
Heavenly, my
You're
Heavenly, my
fine,
Heavenly.
fine, fine.
I see Mirror Blink.
I'm on Nuwa.
Yeah, Nua's out. Nua's out.
I'm waiting for it
I
to
have to go
land.
up in the air.
Look at Noah, look at Noah.
I'm really low.
Look at
We're
Noah.
We're
Knock
on
up, knock up, knock up. Nice, good
Nice,
shit.
nice.
I'm back.
I might need help
really,
from
really,
my
really,
Wheelix.
really, really low.
Yeah. Hey, help me back. Make sure.
Alright.
Nice.
Nice.
She can't auto tag.
Block her
I
down.
fought
Boosh,
Oh my
boosh.
God.
Oh, yeah, you just. I think you might have
Block her down.
She's
Nice
slow.
job.
Nice.
Care for you, Mir. They have a Athena when
Just
they
Ymir,
respawn. They have
just
Athena
Ymir.
when they respawn.
Yeah,
Go,
get
go.
out if you can, get out if you can.
I think I
I
get right.
thought they were
where
like all like dead.
Devios is with me. Okay, guys.
backing for TP3 so I can go left and then just TP over. At this point, I'm just so far ahead, nothing fucking matters.
Welcome back once again. That was the Curse voice listening in. And what we saw there was TSM.
No.
They had the idea of what was going on. They were like, pick Incon first.
Listen, all of those are kids, and I just heard so many bad words.
I blank them out nowadays. I've been on the internet a long time. A long time. Bad words like that don't mean nothing to me. It's all banter, really, deep down. But the big key there is what
Banter.
TSM were doing. They were like, let's wait for Incon to taunt. He's already half health. We know his ultimate's down, and abused it.
You know, I think all of us got a chuckle too. Boosh, all right. Just like Weekend comes along, blinks in,
Watch
freezes
out.
him, and just dies.
Something I do want to point out, which answers your question before, when Devios was calling, "You're fine, you're fine, you're fine." The teammates.
There you go. That's a good point, isn't it? Because we were saying, like, do they always know? Well, Gold Fury still hasn't been done here yet, DM.
This is
And once
dangerous.
again, we're going to see a rinse-repeat fight this time round. Incon is here, full health, and has ultimate this time.
Creeps need to just come out immediately. They should have emptied the crypts right there and forced the fight. If Boosh had done that, it would have been a guaranteed Gold Fury. And if they managed to steal it, it probably could have wound up in a wipe.
One thing to note, though, is that Cyclone Spin does not have teleport. He's over here defending against Devios. Devios has teleport. We could see TSM try and force a fight at this Gold Fury.
Devios can't back for free, though. The Moonlight Charge will knock him up, will stop his teleport.
Great wall.
Yeah, look at this. They're really rushing
Gars,
him down
though,
on
going
left
to keep going.
side.
Snoopy's up for the snipes again, and can he find them? More than likely, he's landing them. If you didn't see it on the backside, he was aiming for Kiki. Not sure what Kiki's health bar's looking like. It ain't that healthy.
We can still kind of healthy. Incon will get a free back here if he can get away. But with that, I don't see anyone being able to get out. Devios does rotate over cleanly. Ally taking a hell of a lot of damage.
Oh my god, Devios is just on one right now. Petrify comes out, but still, Devios survives. The Gold Fury's under threat by Cyclone Spin at the same
Incon.
time. The Gold Fury does go to TSM. Cyclone's still in the mix over there. As Devios finds one, Cyclone and Ionic managed to clean him up.
Snoopy will fall, but overall, TSM looking real strong in this fight. Incon had an absolutely gorgeous taunt to stop the bludgeon, but immediately Devios recognizes what the threat was, goes back in, finds a kill. 2 for 1 plus gold team solo mid. Let's take a look at the graphs.
TSM come out on top, 6,800 experience, 5,900 gold. And once again, this is like a rinse-repeat, Jeff, of last time round, last game we saw.
Yeah.
Is there anything to really say between these two teams? Like, what will we see?
You can tell that they are very even because last game, you know, with the lead and coming back to it, and this game, TSM is just playing fantastically.
I'm telling you, it comes back down to one thing. The king is back.
You reckon it's the monkey? It's all about the monkey?
Wukong has been insane. He's 8-5. He's been shutting down Athena. They have figured out a way to deal with Defender of Olympus, repeatedly bringing her into the fight. Devios is completely unkillable right now. He's got the Midgardian mail, went into Jotuns. I mean, like, the dude is swinging.
Yo, Ionic as well, though. Look at him. 2-4-11 right now. This guy was 0-3 at the start of the game. He was 3 levels down on Incon. Right now, he's sitting pretty 2 levels above him.
Yeah, Incon has not had any control over this game. He is 1-2-2, a part of 3 of 9 kills, 30% on the support where that can roam freely across the map. This is very unlike in Continental.
I think that's one of the issues that we see with a Ymir jungle, though. And this was something I always point out about Ymir jungle. He's very strong early game, but you don't really want all the kills on him because he's still going to transition into just a jungle for the most part, Jeff.
Yeah.
Sorry, to a support.
Yeah, well, either you have to go straight damage on Ymir where, you know, it's scary because you can still get blown up, or you go into a more tankier build where, again, you're more of a solo
Which is what Weekend's built here.
Yeah.
And those kills have helped his build, but he's still not got the burst damage to kill anyone. You're probably looking for, like, Kiki to get those kills, Cyclone to get them. It's just not working for them.
Allied forced to lacerate away as into the enemy jungle goes Team Solo mid, completely uncontested.
I said, coming into this as well, that if it goes 2-0 to AFK, I don't see it going to more than 3 games.
Right.
I expected AFK to go
might not
3,
be the case.
but it looks like TSM this game, they found winning ways up against the same comp pretty much.
They're still going here
That
on
we've
the
seen
left
multiple
side.
times out of AFK.
This should be empty the crypts and 1,500 gold. I mean, this should be free.
Ionic going to push forward here. Nice work there just to stun him out from Kiki, but they're still going to chase onto him. Has to use the shining metal to actually get away from that. So actually, but the taunt comes in from Incon. Backside though, Dagor's trading off with Weekend as they're still diving the tower. What's Devios doing on the right though? He's chasing after Cyclone.
Cyclone should be able to escape here, but he won't really be able to hold any amount of pressure in this left side team fight. Incon pressuring super hard. He could have gotten a taunt there, decides to save it. The tier 2 stands, and Boosh still hasn't used his ultimate.
Good for AFK to hold on to this for the time being, though, just managing to weather the storm, try and get towards the later stages of the game. I mean, when we look at late stage game, they look pretty much even to me.
I mean, realistically, it's going to come down to the fact that Cyclone Spin has a character that can't get into the backline safely without falling. He hasn't built any defense whatsoever, and no one on his team has a knock-up to allow him to use Gravity Surge for the pick.
You said Cyclone build defense. That's funny.
Yeah, all right, that's fair.
But now with this game, as it stands at 25 minutes in, AFK do have this buffer zone of 2 games basically, where they've still got match point for 2 more games. Even if this one goes to the wayside, they've got an opportunity. But Cyclone gets caught, forces Yusuku, but now he's pinned the boys in the pit.
Gars could be in some trouble here. Eagles rally, watch the wall, beautiful. Weaken trying to control, but he chases too hard. Cyclone Spin looks for the blink directly into the Moonlight Charge, but very smart. Gars turns around, a guy that
Kiki
get caught.
is in a lot of trouble there. The Jingle Bang's going to connect. He's going to get away with the Heavenly Agility, though.
Why is he not dead?
The Crips, Heavenly Agility saved the day there, DM. That's what it was.
Uh-oh, Divios has overcommit here. Does he have the animals to get away? No, he won't even need it. He turns right back around looking to fight. Incon's there, taunt under the tower. Yannick's taking some damage here, but he is not scared.
He's not scared. He's going to flip Incon into a bad spot one more time. Lurking in the wall is going to slow him down as Divios continues to beat him down with his staff. Weaken, though, with the re-engage, followed by the ultimate. He goes boom, as does Allied, finds the kill. Petrified, not going to connect.
Yeah, second time in a row that ultimate has been wasted. Cyclone's been able to turn it around.
Oh, God, we're turning again? Are we continuing the turn again?
No, that's a combat pause! Oh, that's a combat pause! No, TSM, what have you done? Was that production yelling in my ear? That they just yell, oh, no.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a pause.
Oh, no.
We're going to have a little bit of time as we work out exactly. Damn, sit down so they can bring the camera to us.
Not even from America.
He keeps jumping up and down, guys. He was very hyped from that. Did you call me I'm not from America? Of course I'm not from America. Neither's Jeff. Don't be rude.
All right.
Welcome back to the caster desk, guys.
Oh, no.
As you can see, there is a pause going on right now. We'll get clarification of exactly what's going down there. Generally, what you actually see is that during pauses can't be initiated unless you are out of combat. Technically, they're out of combat, but I'm not sure.
So the issue here is that Ymir is in range of an assist, which was generally what we considered last time to be combat pause. If the enemy is chasing him within range of assists, the wall went off, it stopped the upwash. Bush's apparently there was a keyboard malfunction.
The keyboard switched off itself.
So they're calling not a combat pause. Okay, so
just to be clear, how this... Let me find this out. A wall by Ymir does not put you in combat.
Okay, so we're going to take the game's ruling here, apparently, and it will not be ruled as a combat pause. The admins will allow the game to continue. TSM will not be DQ'd.
The game will not literally let you pause if you are in combat. One thing to note, Ymir wall does not put you in combat.
Right, exactly.
And that's the key thing there. He was not in combat for a duration longer than a blink. That's the substantial rule we have in place there. Longer than a blink. The wall was used, but walls do not put you in combat. And so, it's not a combat pause, boys and girls. We've got a normal pause situation here. Calm down in chat. Raise your Volcanicas, because that was a great fight for the boys of AFK.
As we get things situated here on the side of Team Solo Mid, whether they're switching the keyboard out or just getting it to be fixed, Bush is in a very bad spot regardless.
Yeah. Well, it's a great spot for AFK, though. They're
I was
down in this
it's a great spot for TSM not getting DQ'd.
I mean, to go out in the last game, they were up in that game too, right? Yeah. They're losing this fight right now, but if they would have got DQ for that, we'd be like, man, what a disappointment. It's such good games.
Cyclone was turning that around super hard, though. I can't believe Kiki got out of that fight to begin with.
That was insane.
He was inside the crypts, somehow dodging all those little ghosts.
You can dodge all of them.
You can.
You can?
I mean, it's
how
100% luck while you strafe.
It's all skill.
Oh, is it like Bacchus when you're drunk with Bacchus and you 2 steps to the left, 2 steps to the right, you walk forward straight?
Yeah.
Zapman taught me that one.
It's kind of like that.
I've still not tried it yet, but Zapman taught me that last time.
Kind of like that.
Hey. So at the moment, it's 2-0 in favor of AFK. We've got a bit of a pause going on right now. Once again, not a combat pause. He wasn't in combat. The game won't let you do that. Walls do not put you in combat, as we all know.
So TSM is not a stranger, by the way, to combat pauses. aside from their losses to Cloud9 in Season 1, their only loss in that set was to the now eager roster, because Divios decided to be really intelligent while his team was DCing to turn around and start attacking a tower.
Tried to take the tail one towers. That one's like, I'm not having that. So engaged, and the pause came through. It's like, well, there you go, Divios. It's your own fault.
I could imagine Gar's just like, are you kidding me?
We get DQ for that.
That would have been the Combat Boss Kings over here somehow escape what looked like certain DQ.
That'd be the terrible way to end it too, right? I mean, I'm so glad that wasn't the situation. I don't think realistically that things will be different in it, but we should be unpausing momentarily. As we go into this though, I expect to see AFK looking for this last kill on Boost. Is in a little bit of trouble, and then potentially straight after the fight.
He's so dead. If he gets out of this, like, praise be.
Well, in game we go, and we're actually joining the action back over this right-hand side here. Gars is the one that gets picked off over on this right-hand side as well. We tune into the action in the mid lane. It was Boost walled off, and he's going to get frozen, but he had beads available, and he's not going to find himself the kill. 26 minutes, 40 seconds.
I can't believe that just happened, but let's take a look at the graphs. Let's catch the viewers back up. Still with a pretty decent lead. Team Solo mid rocking out 5,000 gold lead, 4,000 experience. Not something that they can't overcome. We saw a larger lead lost in the last game. AFK with a huge comeback, so it's still possible that this can turn around.
It could turn around because they're going to pressure the mid lane here as well. What a great call from them though, Jeff. They does want to fight, try and get some global goal back, and there's maybe this goal fury.
Absolutely. So I love the tower because towers are not, they're there for gold, but the positioning on towers are so great.
I don't think Ionic will have enough movement to, this is a free 1,500, and back to the graphs we go.
I like what Weekend did there as well, just walked over for the wall jump just in case somebody was on his way over for a cheeky little, are they doing goal fury?
Allied, though, level 18 right now, has caught himself up to Snoopy. 3,000 gold separate the teams. Jeff, 27, getting close to that 30-minute mark. 3,000 gold. Is this relevant?
Is it relevant? Yes, it's relevant. Is it game-changing? No, it's not game-changing.
I actually think Snoopy in this position he's in right now, he has crit online here, DM.
That's true.
I think this could be the moment that Snoopy could go off. If Snoopy goes off, Jeff, you're not going off. You were off since yesterday. No, that was Barrett, right?
Can we check gold in hand here? How does Allied not have any items? Oh, it's because he has 2,100 gold in the pocket.
But is he looking for execution NX? More than likely, I'm guessing that's generally what we see him go to.
It's possible.
Or is he going to rush the crit? Because once the Hunter gets crit, that's when they become dangerous. And talk about danger, Devios and the boys of TSM are looking for Incon and Cyclone.
I love the way that he used the bird to catch up, cancels out of it immediately, goes into Master's Wills for the slow, but they might have been baited here. But luckily for TSM, the two people taunted there had more health and more defense, and they knew what to do with, and they barely got scratched.
I like what Incon did there. He turned around, got the taunt down, because he was like, you've used your poke, I'm going to poke you back a little bit. Fortunately for them, though, is that the boys of AFK, Weekend and Kiki, couldn't rotate from that mid lane and get to the fight because of the pressure.
That's right. It doesn't even look like TSM was touched by that. Look at those health bars. They're pristine. Incon lost about 15 to 20%. Not the end of the world, I guess, but it can hurt.
Well, TSM going to siege up the right-hand side here as well. Got decent position in the jungle. We can try to feel out the jungle area there. Look at the junglers. Incon blinks over the wall looking for Snoopy. He's eating a lot of autos, though, and already at half health. Incon is going to fall down.
Cyclone has already used Suku. He jumped out. That's going to be down for a while. Eagles rally to the back, forcing Kiki to the sky. Allied to the lacerate. We're not going to see the Tiger Stun, but Allied's pretty much dead here.
I can see a game 4 coming, boys and girls, because TSM are taking away with this fight. Snoopy snipes are on point as usual. Cyclone is being dealt with by Devios one more time, and a double kill to him.
Where are you going?
Well, he's going to try and run away from Weekend.
Where are you going? And the his team. Is he serious? Is this serious?
Yeah, he made it out. Ole!
That was fantastic play. Devios is going to get a free back here. Remember, he does have teleport. Is it online, Clumsy?
Well, is it online?
It is.
Yes, it is. And here we go. They're going to go for Incon back alive. Weekend alongside him. How long on the rest of the team, though? Quite a few seconds at the moment. They're trying to bring down the Titan, which is only at 60% HP right now. Ionic getting very low.
50%.
Tanking up the front line. The burst
30%.
from Boosh is good. Can they fight it to
15.
take us to a game 4? DM, they can.
That's going to be all. Somehow, Team Solo Mid fights back.